Good morning. Today we're going to do another guided lesson, and this is called, again, the laws of exponents. Remember, at the beginning we were only covering the basic laws, but now we're applying them into more complex operations. That's what we're doing, all right? So we're going to continue with this, the laws of exponents. When you divide, what do? When you divide, complete the sentence right here. You subtract the exponents. Okay? We're talking about the division of polynomials, variables. When they have exponents, what do? You subtract the exponents, and I want you to highlight or underline the word exponents. Those are the only ones that you subtract the exponents. And remember, the exponents are the numbers on the top, all right? So if you have this letter right here, a to the power of 4, the exponent is the 4, all right? So, and this is what is expected from you. You will learn to simplify numeric and algebraic expressions using the laws of exponents, including integral and rational exponents. So these are applied problems because these are more complex operations, and we're going to do 4 today, all right, as a guided, and then tomorrow we'll do another 4. Okay, so it says divide the following. You have this expression. You have x to the power of 6, y to the 8, z to the 10, everything divided by x to the 4, y squared, z to the 7. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is highlight the x's in one color, then highlight the y's, and highlight the z's. So, since we're going to be remembering what we did at the beginning with the laws of exponents, I'm going to do this one step by step, okay? So first of all, x to the power of 6, notice how I'm going to be covering the rest of the letters. We're dividing x to the power of 6 divided by x to the power of 4. So when you divide, what do? You subtract the exponents. You subtract these two numbers. So that's what I'm going to write over here. X to the power of 6 minus 4. Then, what's next? Then the y's. Notice how I'm covering them. We're going to subtract the exponents, and the exponents are 8 and 2. So you write y and subtract 8 minus 2. Then the z. The exponents are 10 and 7, so those are the ones that we're going to subtract, 10 and 7. And you put z, 10 minus 7. The reason you're doing this is because you're simplifying the division when they're asking you to divide, okay? So what happens if you're dividing and you're applying the laws of exponents? You're not going to have a division anymore. You're just going to have an expression. That's why I'm putting the letters like this. There's nothing else now in the bottom, unless we had a negative exponent, remember? All right, so now the expression of the result of dividing these two polynomials or these two monomials is 6 minus 4, 2. 8 minus 2, 6. 10 minus 7 is 3. So it's c to the power of 3. And this is your answer. This is the result of dividing these two monomials. So remember, we already worked on the classification of polynomials. So this is a monomial, and this is also a monomial. Okay, and we're dividing both of them, and the result that we get is this one right here. Okay, I'm going to start with simple operations, and then tomorrow we're going to work on more complex operations. All right. Okay, number 2, simplify this. So first of all, I'm going to identify the letter A in the bottom, in the denominator, do you see the letter A is right here? So now they're mixed up, okay? They're not precisely, on this one, the X was directly underneath the X, the Y underneath the Y, and the Z underneath the C. But over here, they're all over the place. Next, I'm going to highlight the B, and I see the B over here. And I'm gonna have to repeat the colors. Here I see letter C, here I see letter C. And then finally, I see, well, instead of repeating the color, I'm just going to circle. D will be dividing the D, all right? So A to the power of 4 will be dividing A to the power of 2. So I'm going to simplify, okay? So when you divide, you subtract the exponents. So 4 minus 2, I'm going to write it over here. Then letter B, follow the alphabetical order. B, you have 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6. Then the C, you have 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8. And then the D, you have 7 minus 3. I'm going to write it over here. Now, this is the last time that I'm going to do it like this, where I actually write the subtractions. Okay, so A to the power of 4 minus 2, 2. B, 12 minus 6, 6. C, 11 minus 8, that gives us what? 3? Yes. And the D, 7 minus 3 is 4. So this is our answer right here. Okay. Remember, I'm going to keep repeating. These are the simple exercises. The problems are going to get more complex and more complicated just because they're going to be a lot of operations. All right. Look at this one. It says number 3, simplify. You have this division, okay? And what is the first thing that we see compared to these other two? Now we have coefficients. Remember, these are coefficients. If I cover the letters, these are just numbers, right? So I'm going to highlight the A, one color, the B, another color, and I'm going to repeat the yellow for letter C, and finally the D is by itself. All right, so what are we going to do to simplify? First of all, let's tackle the operation of the numbers. If the letters were not there, so that's why I'm covering them. You see how I cover them? Let me get a piece of paper. I'm doing it with my hand, but I'm going to do it with a piece of paper. So what if I cover the letters? What operation do you see right here? The -9 will divide the 3. What do you get of dividing -9 by 3? Just put it in your calculator. -9 divided by 3, and it gives you -3. Okay, so I'm going to start writing over here. -3. This is the result of these two right here. Make it stand out. All right, now let's begin with the letters. The A, 4 minus 2, 2. Remember what I said? I was not going to write the subtractions anymore because I think we can do these subtractions in our head. For the B, now next for the B, there was a little glare right there. 9 minus 3 gives you 6. Then let's move on to the C's. 6 minus 5, 1. And there's no other letter D over here in the bottom, so we just keep it right there. And this is your answer. Okay? This is your answer. We're going to keep it short and simple today. That way you can turn it in today. All right? This one, number 4. Again, we have 2 coefficients. And then we have the letters. We have A with the A, B with the B, C, here's the C with the C, and then we have D. I'm going to circle it and circle D. And then we have E. I'm going to put it in a square, and E. All right? So, again, I'm going to cover all the letters with my fingers, with my hand. What is the first operation that you see? Negative 12 divided by 6. What is negative 12 divided by 6? This will give us negative 2. All right? So remember, this gives you this. And now let's begin with the letters, alphabetical order. Let's begin with the A. A to the power of 10 divided by A to the 7. What do you do with the exponents? You subtract. 10 minus 7, 3. Let's move on to the B. So now we're taking care of the A's. Now this time I'm going to just cross them out. B. Where's the B? Right here. 5 minus 3, 2. I've taken care of the B's. Now let's tackle the C's. C's. I have 13. C to the 13 divided by C to the 10. What do? Subtract the exponents. 13 minus 10, 3. Let's move on to the D. Where's the D? In circles. 7 minus 1, 6. And then, so we're taking care of the D's, the C's, and now we're left with the E's. E to the E to the 15 divided by E to the 12. What do? Subtract the exponents. 15 minus 12, 3. So this is your answer. And that's it. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it short. Okay? Believe me, this is a very short video. Follow. And I'm keeping it short. That way you only have to copy these 4 exercises. Okay? Tomorrow we'll be doing the other 4. But don't worry about these until tomorrow. Okay? Bye.